It's okay.
See, you gotta
Again, your name is? Sadat.
Just a pretty short rally, and then we're going to invite everybody to come with us to the Wise Hall where there's a special presentation. I'll talk a little more about that later. Happy May Day! Happy International Day of the Worker, everybody! This event is put on for you by the Vancouver District Labour Council and the BC Federation of Labour, and we're delighted to have you here with us today, as well as this incredibly beautiful day. I don't remember ever having a May Day quite like this. This is the 124th anniversary of the very first May Day. It began back in 1890 in recognition of the Haymarket martyrs. Those were anarchists who were hung, executed, allegedly for having incited a bombing in the Haymarket market in Chicago. And they were hung only because they were anarchists, not because there was any proof that they had been in any way responsible for a bomb that went off in a rally on May 4th a few years before. So at an international convention in Paris in 1890, they decided that every year we should mark May Day as the International Day of the Worker, and so we have continued to honor that tradition for 124 years now. Not us personally, but those who came before us, and I hope that it continues to go onward. So thank you very much for your participation. My name is Joey Hartman, and I'm the president of the Vancouver District Labour Council, and I will be the MC for this rally, which we promise will not be a really, really long rally. You've already been on your feet, and we want to keep it fairly short. So we have a few speakers, and then we will finish with the music of the wonderful Grand Partisans to lead us through a couple of songs, including the Internationale, which we will be passing the words out for. To begin, I want to acknowledge that we are on unceded Coast Salish territory, and we thank the people of that territory for allowing us to be here on this beautiful land. Vancouver area, who knows that better right now than those workers who are employees of IKEA in Richmond. The IKEA store in Richmond locked their workers out almost a year ago, May 13th of last year. A shameful situation. And those are workers, many of them long-term, many of them who have been employees of that company for over 25 years, and even the ones who had just started before the lockout are absolutely dedicated to the idea that their work is something that makes a difference, that makes a profit for that company. They take great pride in their work. They want to do a good job. They want to return to the workplace, but they want to do it with dignity and a fair contract. Those people have held strong for a whole year. The company first forced them out on the streets with this idea. Did I just lose the mic? Is that it? Thank you. With the idea that they were going to get some concessions out of the contract, but we don't actually think that was the motive. We think that what they're really trying to do is bust the union and become a union-free store, and we're not going to put up with that. And nor are those workers. So we have a couple of representatives from IKEA. We have a whole group of IKEA workers with us today. Please welcome. Please welcome Anita Dawson, who's the union rep from Teamsters Local 213. She's been working with these members for a whole year now to try and get some justice, and she will be followed by Mike Weeks, who is also an employee who really is so eager to go back to work, but on justice terms.
Thank you, Joey, for that very accurate introduction on what we've been facing for the last year. IKEA is a multinational company, so it's quite fitting on an international labor type day that we have a multinational company that directly employs over 150,000 workers worldwide in 42 different countries. And now we have 300 workers that are here in our own Lower Mainland that haven't been in work for almost a year. Why have they not been in work for a year? Because the company locked them out last May 13th for trying to force extra concessions and a total concessionary offer on these employees. This is not about us asking for more. This is about the company trying to take from us what we've worked for over the years. We've been represented by Teamsters for the last 30 years, and now we've got a company that's coming in and trying to rewrite a collective agreement. This is going to affect these employees, how they're going to be able to support their families, everything from the wage structure, the benefit reductions, and numerous other concessions. This is a company that did $44 billion in sales last year. $44 billion, that's Canadian, but billion. They did billions in profits as well. And now they're trying to make more off of our backs. We just want to keep what we have. This is such an important thing because it's not just about these 300 workers. There's groups of people out there that are going to want to get jobs. If this is a retail job, how many of you work in retail jobs? We start to race to the bottom when we start to give up what we've worked for the last 30 years. All of you are going to be impacted. All of you. It's going to be your children impacted when they go and try and get that first job when they're still in university trying to make money to pay for their student loans. It's going to be a career for somebody. There's good jobs at IKEA, but we want to keep those good jobs. We have a dedicated workforce here, and they just want to go back to work. They want to serve you. They want to do their job to the best of their ability, and the company insists on trying to force down their throats this concessionary offer, and it is not fair. We need to continue to support. I appreciate all the support. I recognize a lot of familiar faces here that have stopped by the picket line. Thank you, because keeping the morale and the solidarity on that picket line is of the utmost importance. Thank you.
I've been with the company for, Hello, I'm a proud Teamsters 213 member. I've been with the company for over 26 years. When we first started with the company, we were treated with respect and treated like family. But over the last 5 years, I personally have noticed that the company's taken a downward spiral. I no longer feel that I am actually an asset anymore. I feel I am nothing more than just a burden and a number of this company. In this lockout, what the company has imposed, thought that we would crumble after 3 weeks, but we have not. We've been held strong for over a year now. And this isn't just about me, because I'm guaranteed a full-time position, but it's not about me. This is about the middle class, the elimination of it, and the next 2 or 3 generations coming up. We will not falter, we will not crumble. And I'd like to thank everybody who's given us the moral and the financial support we've needed over the last year, and fight the good fight. And in solidarity, thank you.